The army infantry advanced slowly to cross. Their hands already broke the defensive line. The king tries to retreat, but the enemy cavalry surrounds him from behind. It's possible to take sides, but this is a real war, not just a game, in its almost 1.5 century of existence. Chess is a tool of combat skill, a metaphor for human contexts, and a benchmark of genius. The earliest record of chess is from the 7th century, but legends believe the game started a century ago. It is believed that when the youngest prince of the secret kingdom was killed in war, his brother invented a way to describe the scene to his grieving mother, arranged on an octagonal couch of 8 by 8. A new game emerged with 2 major features: different types of rules for playing different types of pieces, and a single king piece whose fate determined the outcome. A Sanskrit body used for 4 parts, but its propagation in Persia gave it its present name and terminology. Chess, which arose Shah means king, and Shah-mat from Shah and Mat, or helpless king. The Arab world was introduced to chess after the 7th century Islamic conquest of Persia. Rising above its role of tactical simulation, it eventually became a rich source of poetic imagination. Diplomats and courtiers began to use chess words for political power. The ruling caliph himself became keen players. The historian Al-Masudi considered this game to be more of a game of chance than the free will of man. Silk Mark took the game to East and Southeast Asia, where many local versions of it developed. In China, chess pieces were placed on perforations against the squares of the board. Like the game cow of his country's strategy, the Mongol leader Tamerlane had a safe class 11 by 10 throne called Nagakot. And in the Japanese game of shogi, the opposing player could use captive pieces, but chess began to take its modern form in Europe. By 1000 AD, the game had become part of court education. How do different social classes play their proper role? Chess came to be regarded as his symbol, and his pieces were reinterpreted according to their new context. The church, on the other hand, continued to view the games with suspicion. Moralists warned against spending too much time. Even in France, chess was banned for a while. Nevertheless, the game continued to grow, and in the 15th century, it began to be consistent with today's form, which was a relatively weak advisor's pawn. She was changed into a more powerful queen, possibly motivated by the rise of powerful leaders at the time. This change increased the speed of the game, and as some more rules became famous, chess theory would be born. With the era of enlightenment, this game came out of the royal courts and went to coffee houses. Chess became an expression of creativity and tactical prowess. This encouraged adventure, running, and dramatic sports. This libertarian style reached its height in the immortal games of 1851, where Adolf Anderssen sacrificed his queen and 2 elephants for the win. But the rise of formal competitive play towards the end of the 19th century meant that strategy would eventually outweigh drama, and the rise of international competition gave chess a new geopolitical importance. In the Cold War, the Soviet Union devoted great resources to developing chess skills and established its dominance over the competition for the rest of the century. But the G's player, who truly turned Russia's dominance upside down, was not a resident of any other country, but an IBM computer called Deep Blue. Chess-playing computers had been in development for decades, but Deep Blue's victory over the Deep in 1997 was the first time a machine had defeated a permanent winner. Today, chess software is able to consistently defeat the best human players. But in the same way, this device is the product of human genius. And perhaps this genius will help us get out of this virtual Sahamat. Trace its origins from Mesoamerica and find out how this changed from a bitter drink to the sweet one we know and love today.